Hello, good evening. So I'm about to post a few videos. Well, I'm going to start with one and then we'll see just how it naturally evolves from there. My plan is that I'm going to be posting a few videos, sort of, I guess the word I'm looking for is organically. I'm going to start recording what I'm doing in and around the house and the garden, and sharing that with you guys, because I guess this could be quite a long video, so bear with us. I guess it kind of revolves all around the fact that I ultimately want to live in an off-grid finca in Spain. Still trying to convince husband to do that. I'm still trying to convince him that it's a really good idea and that it's something he wants to do. Up until this point, he's not so keen. I will say that he has compromised and he has agreed that when we have the money, we can buy somewhere as a holiday home. Now, my intention would be that it would be a holiday home for now with a view to retiring there. But he's not quite on board with that yet. He's not on board with the whole fact of moving to Spain full time and living off grid. He's just not up for that as it stands. But listen, the compromise that he's made, and he's said, yeah, I'm more than happy to buy a holiday home there. That to me is progress. I'm looking for progress, not perfection. So I'm happy with that for the time being. But so that is my long-term plan. It's a dream of mine. It has been for a long, long time. And I've just recently started watching, I will link this down below. Just recently started watching a YouTube channel from a couple who have done exactly what I want to do. It's called Little Spanish Farmstead. It's a young couple. I think the woman's from the UK, and I think her husband might be Spanish. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure where he's from originally, but anyway, they've bought 4 acres of land with they've got a ruin and a little stone casita, and they've done up the casita. They're turning that into their home, and they're making such a grand job of it, on 4 acres of land. And yes, it's in Spain. It's on the East Coast, which is where I want to buy as well. So I've been obsessed with their YouTube channel just recently. Like I say, I will link that down below. If you want to go watch it, then do, because they're both such lovely people, really hardworking, and they're really turning this, what was an inhabitable place into a home. I've just got nothing but admiration and respect for them. So I've been binge watching their channel just recently on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Miss Pip. Pip's just moved. If you hear a fart noise any second, I swear it's not me, it's her. She's gonna fart. She normally does when she gets off the sofa. Oh, it means I can turn around. So yeah, I've been binge watching their YouTube channel just lately, and I'm absolutely in love with what they're doing. And it kind of made me think, well, look, if that's my aim, ultimately, which it is, to do exactly what they're doing, why am I not kind of practicing what it is that I'm hoping to be doing when I move to Spain? Because I'm in a situation where I can do some of the things, not all of them, because I can't live off grid. We're in this house right now. First of all, it would be feasible, but I would need a lot of money to do it, which I don't have. But there's lots of things that I can be doing right now to sort of, I guess, gently lead me into a life like that. So anyways, I hope this isn't going to be completely round the houses and it makes some sort of sense. We moved from Northamptonshire to Cumbria 10 years ago this year. And the house that we bought has a really big garden on it. The whole point of buying a house with a big garden, was it so we could, do the things like make your own veg. Sorry, grow your own veg. Brilliant if you just make it, just like that. No, sorry, grow your own veg. So that we could have chickens and ducks and, God, I wanted goats and everything like that. But the plan was we wanted the good life. We wanted the life in the country. So we bought the house, we've got the land. Okay, we don't have acres and acres of land to, have lots of livestock, but we do have enough space to grow our own veg, have poultry. I would argue that we do have enough space for goats, but again, it's got to be an agreement between two of us, and when it's not, then, But anyways, so we've kind of, dabbled with growing our own veg, but never anything serious, just chucked it in there and hope for the best sort of thing. But anyways, so we've dabbled with little bits here and there, and now I've gotten to the point where I'm thinking, right, okay, so if my long-term plan is to move to Spain and live off grid, why don't I practice what I can now, so that when I do move to Spain and live off grid, I've got a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of experience. I'm not going in blind. I'm not being a dreamer, and that I have actually implemented some of the processes that I'm going to be doing when I move there. Anyway, so Richie built veg beds out in the garden about, a number of years ago now. Like I say, we probably grew something once on them, and we've let them just go to ruin since then. They've just become overgrown. I think I've weeded them once, which was probably about 3 years ago, and I decided today to weed them all out again. Now I've been working out in the garden a fair amount over the last few years, but never really with any intention, just with keeping it tidy, just with, oh yeah, maybe one day I'll use that. Well, now I'm starting to do it with intention. So we're both off work this week. We've had a week off work. We're having a staycation. And so I decided that today I was going to get the veg beds all weeded out, because literally they were so overgrown and wild you couldn't even see they were veg beds. So I did that today, and I decided to record everything that I've done today. And this is kind of the start of it for me. So now that I've recorded stuff, I want to start sharing it, because while anybody watching this channel might not want to move to Spain or want to go off grid, but there might be some people out there who want to watch and who might take advice or might learn from my experiences, that's just the dogs running down the stairs. If you can hear that, it's all right. Nobody's like broken in and trashing the house. It's just the dogs running up and down the stairs. If somebody can learn from my experiences, if I make a mistake and I share it with you guys, someone else can learn from that and not make the same mistake. There might be somebody watching this who has a decent sized garden and wants to implement growing their own veg, or they've got a massively overgrown garden and they don't know where to start, and it looks a little bit daunting, because it can. I mean, crikey, I was intimidated today just going out and doing these veg beds, and I've already done them once since they've been built. But anyways, if somebody can get some kind of just knowledge from what I'm sharing, then I'll be, more than happy. So that's why I've decided I'm going to start filming. I'm going to start documenting what I'm doing out in the garden in preparation for moving to Spain and going off grid. It might never happen. God, I could die next week. But you know what? If that happens and I don't, fulfill my lifelong dream, then at least I'll have pretended up to a point, So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'll start sharing it with you guys. I would be more than happy. In fact, I welcome advice from anybody who's done some of the things that I'm already, already done some of the things that I'm going to be doing or trying to do or sharing with you. Yeah, I'd love some advice because there's so many things I want to do. Not only do I want to grow my own veg, I want to build an outdoor shower, but an outdoor solar shower. Now, I did dabble in a solar water heater. I've still got it. I made my own solar water heater. It worked, but not as well as I thought it would do. If I'd thought about it back then, I would have recorded, me building it, testing it, tweaking it, making it work, then figuring out why it didn't actually work. But again, that's a long story, probably for a whole other video. But yeah, there's things I want to do. There's lots of things I want to do, and I guess the point of it all is, while I'm doing it in this country, I want to do it for as little cost as possible. So if I can reuse any materials that I already have, then of course I'm going to do that. It's about living cheaply, living more simply, living more sustainably, and just living more in line with my values. And that is that, to have a good life, it doesn't have to cost the earth. That this is my dream. If we could make this property off grid, I would. It's currently halfway to being off grid. We're off grid with our heating and with our toilet waste, but obviously we're still on grid with water and electricity. We have a dog. Give me a snug. Where's my snug? Is that it? Is that all I get? Don't know what I did wrong. She's trying to sit on my knee now. She's a big ass lap dog, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I've forgotten where I was at. Where was I at? Freya, you put me off, Bambino. That's okay though, because we love her. Yeah, I don't remember where I was at. I was probably going off on a tangent somewhere, but you get my gist anyway. You get my drift of what it is that I'm trying to do. So yes, this is it's predominantly a yoga channel. However, I'm going to combine the two because that's, I don't want to say my niche because that's kind of weird, but this is what I'm about. Since my goal is to move to Spain, live off grid, I want to host yoga retreats. I currently work full time. I want to eventually be a full-time yoga teacher. So I'm going to share yoga with you, but I'm also going to share with you my journey in almost living an off-grid life here in the UK as a preparation. Call it trade training for those of you who are currently serving in the forces or ex-forces. Trade training, thank you very much. Yeah, it's preparation. It'll be preparation. It'll be getting used to some of the things that I'm going to be implementing when I finally do move to that off-grid finca in Espanol. And also I am currently trying to learn Spanish. If anybody's interested, I'm using the app Duolingo. And so far it seems to be working out okay. I think I'm better at reading Spanish than hearing it, like understanding it. And I think I'm better at writing it than saying it. But hey, listen, it'll be the first language I've ever consciously tried to learn. So we'll see how I get on with that. Anyways, I think I've gone on a bit for now. Just letting you know what the hell these upcoming videos are all about. And you're thinking, what? This is a yoga channel. Why are you sharing us? Why are you sharing videos with us of you, chopping down tree branches and clearing weeds? Well, this is why. It's all part of the bigger picture. It's what I'm interested in, it's what I'm passionate about, and I'm going to share it with you because I know that there'll be some of you out there who are on the same wavelength and thinking, actually, that's exactly what I want to do. What is she doing? How is she going about that? How is she going to achieve that? And then I'll share it with you. And like I say, advice more than welcome. Not going to bore you for any longer, plus my glass is empty. So I'm going to go top it up and I'm going to continue binge watching the little Spanish farmstead because I bloody well loves it. So I will catch y'all later.